Welcome to our UniTec Digital Media live stream at Raider Field. We have the St. Gen Dragons versus the North County Raiders. I'm your host, Ashton Petty, and I'm joined by Chad Speaker.
Good day for ball, Ashton. We've got mid-70s, but as people can probably hear through our microphones, it's a windy one.
It is a very windy one. It's going to be hard to hit the ball today.
The wind might help those curveballs a little bit. It'll probably help the velocity coming in because it's blowing in. And I'll tell you what, it's going to take a monster poke to get it out of the yard today.
Yeah, speaking about velocities and stuff, let's talk about our pitching matchups. We have Zach Metter. He's doing pretty good on the mound so far this season. He's got 17 strikeouts, and he's only walked 5 people.
Great control. Anytime you can exceed a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, that's pretty good stuff.
And then we have Luke Fernando. He's doing pretty good on the mound so far. He's got. Do you have the stats on him?
Yeah, Ferranto, he's just thrown that one game, right, Ashton? Started the season injured, and then they brought him in, and he's just thrown the one game against Potosi and really did a nice job. Didn't allow any runs in that one. So a returning All-State guy, went 10-0 last year, and they're happy to have him back in the lineup.
Yeah. We got the national anthem coming up, so I just feel like this would be a good time to take a break.
Welcome to today's game between the St. Genevieve Dragons and the North County Raiders. Would everyone please rise? Gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
We can give lineups when we get back. Oh, I thought we were. I thought you imported the Admiral. I thought I did too.
Welcome back, and for your starting lineups for the Raiders, we got Connor Helms playing center field. We got Tim Eckstein playing second base. We have Zach Metter on the mound. We just talked about him. We got Michael Huff on third, Maddox Bosler in left field, Tyler Pipkin on first base, and we got Will Weibel. He's the designated hitter. And then Kyle Strawn's playing short. He played on the mound yesterday, or a couple days ago. And we have Jackson Scherfus at catcher. And then for the Dragons, we have Noah Willett playing center field, Jeremiah Bird playing left, Ethan Ottens playing shortstop, Luke Fernando doing pitcher, and we have
number 31,
Sawyer Bauman playing designated hitter. We got Eli Bennett playing first base.
Number 30,
Isaiah Bosler playing catcher. And we got Dominic Johnson playing second base for the St. Genevieve Dragons.
Playing second base, number 12, Dominic Johnson.
You know, Coach seemed happy about. And for our pregame sponsor, we have Good News Coffee House in Bonne Terre. Good News Coffee House offering delicious drinks and food and a meeting space for groups and donating to Christian projects around the world. Now, Coach seemed happy about some heavy hitters on his team for St. Genevieve. He's excited about his catcher, Isaiah Bosler. He's got a good arm, which leads me to believe that he's good at catching people stealing bases.
Yeah, and not only was Coach McDaniel really excited about getting Ferranto back on the mound, but he really kind of anchors their lineup, too, on the offensive side. Ashton, he hits fourth, and I know he hasn't been back around for long, but hitting .667, so he's boosted not only their defense but their offense as well.
He's going to be dominant on the mound today, I believe. He's got 17 strikeouts on the year, so. So batting first, we got Noah Willett. This is his first plate appearance on the day. First pitch is a strike, so the count is 0-1.
Metter delivered a little high that time, got Willett to chase.
Strike 2.
Well, Metter's got nice velocity starting this thing out. Wonder where that was. A little low maybe?
A little low, so the count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strike 3, and that's Zach Metter's first strikeout of the game, starting it off hot.
He's bringing it, isn't he? Just challenging that leadoff hitter and threw those fastballs right by him.
Next, we have Jeremiah Bird. On the way outside, that's ball 1.
Good stick for Bird this year. Hits .333. Guy that you like to hit second in your lineup.
Great pitch by Metter. So the count's 1-1.
That's a tough pitch for a hitter, Ashton. That was a great pitch. Inside and low, and just got the strike zone. And that one was just about the same place.
Foul ball. So Metter's ahead in the count now, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Find it.
Tips it towards us. That'd be fouled again, so the count is still 1-2.
Metter looks comfortable, I think, Ashton. Look, he's got a nice looking windup, really fluid. And I know we're really early, but he just looks comfortable out there here in the first inning. Oh, mercy.
Tied up the count, 2-2.
That was just about his third strikeout. Now it goes full.
Strike.
Yes, sir.
So Jeremiah Bird thought he got walked, but it was a strike. So that is out number 2 for these Dragons. Top of the first.
2 up and 2 punch outs. I think Bird took a couple of borderline pitches and tried to do it on, with two strikes, you have to expand the zone a little bit, but I don't even think he needed to expand the zone. That was a good pitch right over the plate.
First strike for Ethan Ottens. Ball 1.
Even his balls are close, though. I mean, he's right around the plate the whole time.
Yeah, it seems like he's trying to get the hitters to chase the ball a little bit. Ball 2. I mean, Medard's already got 2 strikeouts and 2 outs. Very aggressive pitching so far. That's another ball.
He's trying to strike out the side in the first inning. That'd be something. I think you kind of started to allude to it, Ashton, but Mike McDaniel from St. Genevieve, he feels good about the balance in his lineup, up and down the lineup. Even his number 9 hitter, Johnson, he said moved him into that spot a little bit earlier on, and just really he's kind of taken off since they've shifted him there.
That was strike 2. So it's a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. As he hits one foul towards the right field line.
So we had this discussion before the game. I kind of like the powder blues. Now you agreed with me for a while, and then you changed your mind on me. I don't know.
Well, I thought they messed up. They got a missed opportunity for the blacks with the navy lettering, with the gold outline.
Maybe it's because St. Genevieve has the black ones.
Maybe. Because the black jerseys all in all look pretty clean. The pitch, and he walks his first batter, so he's got 2 strikeouts so far and one walk. So there'll be a man on first with 2 outs.
Batting fourth, number 16, Luke Ferranto.
And here's their pitcher, Luke Ferranto, up to bat. This is his first plate appearance. Just out of the zone. Ball 1. Checks the runner. That is a strike. Beautiful pitch right down the middle. Count is 1-1. Foul ball and almost hit us.
Yeah, we've got a baseball game in front of us where our cameras are on, but just a little bit further than where that foul ball went, we've got a tennis meet. So the two almost collided right there.
And early there's a track meet going on in the football field,
Yeah.
so all the spring sports are playing tonight. As it's grounded out to first, as Pipkin takes it himself and gets the 3rd out for these St. Genevieve Dragons. So top of the first, score 0-0. Zach Metter got 2 strikeouts and 1 walk. And that concludes the top of the first. And we will take a break. We'll see you at the bottom of the first.
Starting lineup today for the North County Raiders, leading off playing.
Welcome back to this UniTec Digital Media live stream as the Raiders gets ready to hit at the bottom of the first. Leading off is Connor Helms. He's batting .323. He's got 10 hits with 5 RBIs and 1 double.
Pretty good to drive in 5 with only 10 hits. Those are productive at-bats, especially for a leadoff guy.
I mean, as a leadoff hitter, it's kind of important that you set in stone what your team is doing after you bat.
Yep, he's got the highest average on the team, Ashton, and then take a look at his on-base percentage, which really, the leadoff guy's job, obviously, get on base. No matter how you do it, get on base, and he gets on base almost half the time. a .488 on-base percentage. So he's a guy that is doing a nice job setting the table for the Raiders.
And not only is it their job to get on base, but I feel like that's a momentum swing too. Is if the leadoff hitter gets on base, that's a big momentum swing for the hitting team.
Yeah, not only do you give yourself a chance, obviously, to score a run, but you put a little bit of pressure on the pitcher. He has to concentrate on you a little bit as a base runner, not all of his concentration on the batter, so you bet.
North County, number 2, Connor Helm.
Ashton, you saw, I don't know how this game is going to go, okay, and I don't know how the rest of the season is going to go, but you saw and had a chance to do play-by-play for what I'm predicting will be the most exciting game North County will play all year, and that was on Tuesday.
Kyle Strawn walked it off with a stolen base to home. He stole home, won the game for North County. That all strived from Kendrick Simon's 3-run home run in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs, as Connor Helms hit once to second base, and he is out at first. So that'll be 1 down for the Raiders.
I think the most exciting part of that game, though, obviously the finish that you alluded to there, but North County was trailing 8-1 going into the 7th inning against Fredericktown on Tuesday.
Yeah, Fredericktown gave up 7 runs in the bottom of the 7th. As Tim hits it, line drive to second base. Great play there by Dominic Johnson.
All right, how's this for efficiency? Luke Ferranto has made 3 pitches, and he's got 2 outs.
A little bit outside.
Had a chance to talk to Coach McDaniel from St. Genevieve before the game, and he's told us that Ferranto has 4 pitches, so full complement.
As Zach hits it to second base, and that retires the side, so that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Dragons.
And Dominic Johnson got every single ball at second base.
So ground out, line out, and another ground out. That concludes the first inning of play. We will catch you at the top of the second.
Banking with people like you, UniTec Bank. We put you first in everything we do. Large enough to serve you, small enough to know you. We're your local hometown bank, your friends and neighbors too. Banking with people like you, UniTec Bank.
Hi, I'm Julie Pratt, and I would love to help you plan for retirement. At Belgrade Financial in Deloge, we work to build a financial plan that will focus on your individual needs. Retirement doesn't have to be hard. Let me work for you. Come see me today at Belgrade Financial Services in Deloge.
Welcome back to this UniTec Digital Media live stream. We have the Dragons and the North County Raiders, if you're just tuning in. A little slow start to this one, top of the second. Score is 0-0 still. And I feel like this is a good time to thank some of our sponsors as we wait for the leadoff hitter of the top of the second for the Dragons. We have Griffin Automotive, Pettis Auto, UniTec Bank, McDowell Electric, Cedar Falls Outdoors, Domino's of Bonne Terre, Park Hills, and Farmington, and Good News Coffee House. Leadoff hitter for the second.
Leading off top of the second for St. Jen.
Is
number 2, Justin Schweigert.
Justin Schweigert, the third baseman, and Coach said in his opinion, he's got the best glove in the infield and the best arm in the infield.
Yeah, his opinion counts too, right? Because he's the coach.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he didn't really waste much time in telling us that when we asked him. Best glove on the infield. He said, that's my third baseman.
Pitch, strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. here in the top of the second for Metter. Strike 2.
He's coming with straight heat, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very aggressive on the mound these first 2 innings. Seems like his goal is to try to strike out as many people as possible. As he pitches a ball there.
That wasn't a bad idea. Ball and 2 strikes. See if you can get him to chase a little bit.
Tie count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's a little high, so it's going to be full count. He's trying to get him to chase.
Mm-hmm.
And what about the plate discipline for Justin here as he fouls one off?
It's a good challenge. So you're right, Ashton. Go out of the zone, full count, come right back, challenge him with more of the hard stuff. But Schweigert this time stays in it by getting a piece.
And he walks him. So that's Metter's second walk in the second inning. So he's got a walk in both innings so far.
That leadoff walk, though, will hurt you a lot more than a 2-out walk will, right?
Yeah. So we got Sawyer Bauman to the plate, designated hitter for the Dragons. That's outside. Jackson looks, but Justin's right back at first.
Coach McDaniel, it was kind of funny. He said, if you look out on the field, we look like a JV team because we're short. But I'll tell you what, Ashton, taking a look at these hitters, though, they might be short. But, I mean, they're the kind of thick guys. They look like strong, muscular dudes.
And that leads to power hitters. Some of the bigger guys on baseball teams are power hitters. So Justin on first. It's a little outside. Thinks about stealing, but Jackson gets to the ball before he can think about what he's going to do.
Yeah, Schweigert kind of bluffed the steal on the previous pitch and wanted to make sure that Scherfus had it cleanly there. So we'll see if he's going to challenge him.
You got to think Schweigert's third baseman, best infielder in coach's opinion. He's probably got to be one of the fastest players too, as Bauman fouls it off over the right field fence.
I want to thank Coach for getting us the stats for the team, but they either don't track or they don't release steals.
Metter with 1 out and tries to get 3 there, but he gets 1.
So that one goes 1-6 as the pitcher Metter fires to Strawn, the shortstop who covered. Couldn't quite get the double play, and so Bauman reaches first base on that fielder's choice.
Great reaction time by Metter. So we have Isaiah Bosler up to the plate. Now he's their catcher.
I think we've got Eli Bennett this time.
Swings, grounds to second, Tim to first, and that's the second out of the inning. Retires Eli.
Here's Bosler.
Batting 8, number 14, Isaiah Bosler.
First time we've seen a runner in scoring position, Ashton. Bennett kind of doing his job, move that runner over, and Bosler's job to try to bring him in here.
Bosler fouls one off, so it's 0-1. Now, you got to think Metter's got he's in a stressful situation. 2 outs, runner in scoring position. He's got 1 strike on him as he throws a ball, and runner steals third.
So the pass ball, surface not closing the hole there. Ball skitters by, and now the first run, Bauman 90 feet away, or the potential first run anyway.
Metter with the pitch. Isaiah fouls it off, so he stays in this one. Count 1-2.
Bosler, he doesn't have a high average. He's only hitting .083, but he's been productive. He's driven in 5 runs.
Still hasn't found his pitch yet. He's fouled off 2. He's taken 2 balls. Count is 2-2. Probably looking for something inside the zone as he fouls another one off over the trees.
It's a good battle. Metter keeps pumping him in, and Bosler keeps fouling him off.
He's making good contact with the ball, just not the right side of the ball as he swings again, and he retires Bosler as that's the 3rd out. So, runner left on base, 90 feet away, short of scoring. But Metter retires Bosler with a strikeout, and we will see you at the bottom of the 3rd.
Hi folks, John Robinson, Pettis, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Super Center. Folks, we are loaded with inventory. We're dealing. If we don't have it, we'll order it.
Hey, I'm Big Mike here at Pettis Automotive in Farmington. Just wanted to come to you and let you know that we got some great deals and great savings going on here, so come on by and check us out. Ask for Big Mike, and I'll be here for you. Thank you.
Folks, we will also buy your car. We'll guarantee to pay more than anybody else for your car. Pre-owned cars, we've got them too. So come see us, Pettis, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Super Center.
Thinking about your next step? Think Mineral Area College. We offer small class sizes, transferable credits, and tuition rates less than half of a university. It's affordable, quality education. Apply at mineralarea.edu. Mineral Area College. It starts here.
Hi, I'm Samantha McDowell with McDowell Electric. We've been serving St. Francis County and surrounding areas for over 16 years now. We do any size job, from a light fixture to a panel change out, wiring an entire home, to larger commercial or industrial jobs. Please don't hesitate to give us a...
And we are back. Welcome back to this UniTec Digital Media live stream. So, Metter struck out Bosler in the inning in the top of the 2nd as Michael Huff is leading off for these North County Raiders. Did pretty good last time out against Fredericktown. Knocked in a couple infield singles. As he swings at the first pitch he sees, grounded to 3rd, and first out of the bottom of the 2nd. And there's Justin Schwagert with an infield glove there.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to see him challenged a little bit because Coach McDaniel told us how good he was, and you see kind of that slow roller right there, and Schweiger did a nice job charging it and then kind of throwing on the rung, and really nice play. We actually got new wind guards on our microphones, and I'm glad that we do.
So Maddox Bosler hits the 2nd. Dominic Johnson passes it throws it to first base. Eli Bennett gets the out for the 2nd out for the Dragons.
All right, Ashton, remember us talking about the fact that Poncho threw only 5 pitches in the first inning? He's thrown 2 in this inning, and he's got 2 outs.
So Tyler Pipkin behind or at the plate now. This is his first plate appearance on the day.
Ferranto just pounding the zone. Of course, he throws like his first ball in a while as soon as I say that, of course.
Yeah. Count 1-1, 2 outs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Great plate discipline from Tyler Pipkin. He's trying to kind of challenging Luke as he swings. That is strike 2.
Nice curveball there.
As Tyler Pipkin swings, and he bounces off the shortstop's glove, but still gets the out. That's three outs for St. Genevieve, for the North County Raiders. A little recap on that inning. Luke only threw two pitches, and the first 2 pitches were 2 outs. So basically a 1-2-3 inning there for Luke. He's been pitching really well on the mound as they retire 3 batters. So we will catch you at the bottom of the 3rd inning. Back. Welcome to this UniTec Digital Media live stream. Leading off in the bottom of the top of the 3rd inning, we have Dominic Johnson. This is his first plate appearance on the day. Now, Dominic is one of the players that he moved down the lineup.
Yep, Dom was a leadoff guy for a while, Ashton, and sometimes those leadoff guys and the number 9 hitters are a little bit interchangeable. You'd like to have speed on both of those positions, and so a lot of times you can kind of use that number 9 guy as an extra leadoff guy. And Coach McDaniel told us once they kind of put him in there, he kind of settled in and kind of took off.
1-1 count, 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's in the dirt, or turf, I should say.
And it feels right to say dirt, though, doesn't it?
2 balls, 1 strike. As Johnson takes another one down the middle. 2 strikes, 2 balls. 2-2 count. So he takes one in the turf. So full count now for Dominic.
He's got a small strike zone.
As Dominic hits it towards 3rd, and it gets through the gap, so that'll be a single for Dominic Johnson, and he's 1 for 1 on the day.
First hit of the game for either side. Really nice at-bat by Johnson. 2 strikes. He kind of choked up on the bat a little bit. As they say, shortened up the swing and just punched it over the left side.
And we go back to the top of the lineup. Noah Willett. This is his 2nd plate appearance on the day. He struck out in his 1st. Metter tries to pick off Dominic, but Dominic gets back at 1st. 1-1 Throws it high. So 1 ball. Two balls, 0 strikes. No, ahead in this count. Metter's got to come back in this count. As he swings and smokes one towards left field, but it's caught by Maddox Bosler, and that retires Noah for his. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Strikeout and a fly out towards left field.
Number 28, Jeremiah Bird.
Usually you hit it out there to left field like that, you know, it's a pretty good hit. But today, it takes something extra to get it that far with all this wind.
Yeah, he smoked that ball, but didn't have enough to get over the left fielder's head. As there's still a man on first with 1 away. And that's a little high. Jackson slips off his glove. Dominic thought about stealing, but he's come back to first.
Johnson with kind of a little bit of a rolling lead as the pitch went in, and then when the pitch got there, I don't know why, but he headed back to first base, and if he wouldn't have done that, he could have easily taken second. But he's a freshman.
He's still learning.
He's going to get better at that.
And even as a freshman, I mean, he was the leadoff hitter for these Dragons, but they decided to move him down the lineup as it's popped up, but foul towards the Raiders dugout. So it's Jeremiah Bird up at the plate. He's got 2 balls, 1 strike with 1 out. He's in a good position here. With Dominic on first with still only 1 out. So as Metter throws it high, so that'll be ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Metter's got to come back in this count.
Well, you know Bird has to be chomping at it, Ashton, too, because he struck out looking in the first. You never want to do that.
Strike. So Metter throws a strike. That'll be a full count. As that's in the dirt. So Jeremiah Bird gets on first. Dominic Johnson advances to second, and it would be runners on first and second for Ethan Oddens. He got walked in his first at bat.
Coach Donzi, I don't know if he's seeing anything that he might find correctable, or if, you know, just get a little busy on the bases for the first time here and just maybe trying to come out and calm his guy down, focus him in on the hitter.
I mean, Metter in the first had, what was it, 3 strikeouts in the first?
The first 2 guys he struck out. So yeah, he's got 3 total now. But those first 2 hitters, he was overpowering, wasn't he?
Came out aggressive in the first 2 innings. And this would be a great time to thank some of our sponsors. So we have Good News Coffee House, A1 Home Care, First State Community Bank, Premier Door Company, Boyer Funeral Homes, Hubs Pub, Parkland BJC, Julia Pratt and Belgrade State Bank, Mac, Daniel Burns Real Estate, ProCare, State Farm, Amanda Shipman, and we would also like to thank some of our crew members here in a second, as Metter throws, and that's a strike. So this first strike for Ottens, and he's in a very, very good spot. He's got a runner in scoring position, only 1 out, as he fouls one off. So that'd be 2 strikes. Fouls it off towards the Raiders dugout.
That's how you stay in the count right there. I mean, just slapped it the other way in the final moment right there. But it gives him another pitch.
Swings again, trying to keep him. I think that would have been a ball too if he would have swung, but he's still in this with 2 strikes, with still only 1 out. Metter throws as Ethan smokes one. Double play opportunity, and they get the double play. It's a 4-6-3 double play as that retires the side to the top of the bottom of the third, as we will see the Raiders, and we'll catch you at the bottom of the third.
A1 Home Care, the #1 choice for home care services. We offer non-skilled nursing, in-home care, consumer direct, and adult day habilitation services. A1 Home Care will tailor the care plan to meet your needs. We serve 14 counties in southeast Missouri. We hire reliable and trustworthy individuals to perform the care you need and deserve. A1 Home Care has been voted Best of the Parkland for 3 years in a row. We are the heart of home care in the heartland.
Go Raiders!
We are back. Welcome back to this UniTec Digital Media live stream. We have Rival leading off the bottom of the third for these Raiders.
I think we just lost our first hat. But just like as Dominic Johnson did in the first inning when he caught everything, he caught his hat too.
So he takes strike 1.
That was a really nice pitch by a right-handed pitcher, Ashton. That backdoor curveball to the left-handed hitter. Looks like it's going to stay away from you, but caught the outside part of the plate.
Smoked, grounded out to center field, and that'll be a single for Will Weibel. So his first plate appearance is a hit. So he's 1 for 1 with in the bottom of the third.
Now batting number 3, Kyle Strawn.
Now Kyle Strawn up to the plate. He kind of struggled on the mound against Fredericktown. He walked 3 people in 3 innings. But he also won the game for the Raiders. So as he bunts, and that is going to retire Kyle.
Strawn did his job, though. I mean, nice bunt. Your job, get that guy 90 feet over to second base, and so well done. You know, it'd be nice to see more major leaguers being able to bunt.
Jackson Scherfus up to the plate as it's his first plate appearance of the day. He's batting 9th for the Raiders. He's got a man on second. He gets hit by the pitch, so that moves Jackson to first. He check swings again, and that's another strike. As they try to pick off Jackson Scherfus at first, but he gets back in safely.
Bosler says, I thought I had him. He must have just slid around. He kind of dove to that outfield part of the base. It must have just snuck in behind.
0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes as Luke throws. And that's so he retires Connor. So his second at bat concludes in a strikeout. That's the second out for the Raiders. Tim Exton Jr. up to the plate. This is his second plate appearance on the night.
First strikeout by Ferranto.
As he swings, pops one up towards center field, and that retires the sides for the Raiders. So nothing really exciting in the third inning. Will Weibel, the first one on base for the Raiders. They got a couple on base, but they retire Tim, which that takes us to the top of the fourth, and we'll see you then.
Hi, I'm Danielle Burns with Keller Williams, and here are some of my listings. If you're looking to buy or sell, give me a call. I'm happy to help.
Life can be a little hectic when you're always in motion. Don't you wish you had a bank that could keep up? First State Community Bank's digital banking is the perfect companion for your fast-paced everyday life. Whether you're looking to review your full financial picture or just wanted a quick glance at your balance, First State Community Bank keeps you connected to your finances, all while juggling your daily activities. Download the app today and bank in motion with First State Community Bank's digital banking.
Good News Coffee House is your local Christian.
And we are back. Welcome back to this UniTec Digital Media live stream as the Dragons get ready to bat in the top of the fourth. We're moving along these innings. There's not much going on in the first three. This is as he swings the first pitch he sees, and he's out at first. So trying to be aggressive on the mound and aggressive at the plate as he swings the first pitches he sees.
Fantastic bare hand grab by Metter right there. Grabbed it with his bare hand while ranging to his right side. And then Pipkin over there on first base with the big stretch too. So great defensive effort by both of those guys.
And it will be Justin Schwagert. Made a pretty good defensive play back in the third. Or back in the second, sorry. As he takes strike one. As he sends one right up down the middle, and it's grabbed by Kyle Strawn, but Tyler Pipkin unable to grab it as it's kind of a wild throw by Kyle Strawn, but great defensive effort there by Kyle.
Yeah, and then, I'm going to write down an infield single there. I think to say that's an error, that would be too harsh. I thought that Strawn gave it a good effort right there, and if he gets him out, that's an absolutely amazing play. Plus, it bounced back from the fence. There weren't any extra bases, so I'm writing down a single there.
As Sawyer Bauman, the designated hitter. This is his second time batting tonight. This evening.
Reached on a fielder's choice earlier, so 0 for 1 officially.
A little bit out of the zone. So the count is even at 1-1.
St. Genevieve has kind of bluffed that steal a few times, but they haven't cut it loose yet.
And they have some fast people on their team.
Yeah.
They have Dominic Johnson and Justin Schwagert, who's on first, as Bauman hits it into potentially a double play, and that is a double play for the Raiders, and they get out of this inning in a 1-2-3 inning. So that retires the sides as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Great defensive efforts by North County. 1-2-3 inning, and that barehanded grab by Zach Metter. Then you got to. It's kind of a hard thing to do as a pitcher. You got to get off the mound and track the ball with your bare hand and throw it to first. But Metter, really great defensive effort, and Tyler Pipkin with the stretch, like you said.
Yeah, and then you back that up with a double play. So a fantastic defensive inning for North County.
Low scoring here through 4 in the top of the fourth, and we'll catch you at the bottom of the fourth for the Raiders batting.
Good news through local friendly service. We have a variety of delicious coffee, teas, breakfast paninis, and ice cream. And we also have a cozy atmosphere to host events. We also offer free Wi-Fi and a quiet place to relax. All our profits support missions both locally and internationally. Good News Coffee House, impacting our world one cup of coffee at a time.
Griffin Automotive Design in Bonne Terre is your one-stop shop for all things automotive. With our award-winning dedicated collision team, we were voted best of the Parkland. We work with you and your insurance company to make the process simple. We repair your vehicle according to OEM specifications, and all of our collision repairs also include a Class 3 detail. So not only will your car be as good as new, it will be as clean as the day it came off the lot. Come visit us at our state-of-the-art facility on
And we are back. Welcome back to this UniTec Digital Media live stream. As we have the pitcher at home plate now, Zach Metter.
Throws right-handed, but hits left-handed. Ferranto, he throws those different pitches, Ashton, but several of them, when they arrive close to the plate, they start sinking. And you can kind of see that in how the outs have gone. So many ground balls for Ferranto. In fact, the first 2 innings, 5 out of the 6 outs were ground balls. A ground ball in the third. There's only been 1 fly ball even hit in the ball game against him so far.
0-2 count for Metter. Fouled one off and took a strike. As Fernando gives him one, and he's fouled off again. How many foul balls have we seen tonight?
Quite a few.
Everybody's fighting to stay into this one.
They're really playing Metter to pull. Look how far Willette is over there in center field.
As he fouls another one off, which it goes towards the tennis courts, and hopefully no one got hit. And like we were saying, everybody's playing sports now. We got track, we got baseball, and we got tennis over on our left-hand side over here. As Luke pitches, and it's right back at him, and it pops up off the pitcher's mound, and that is 1 out for the Raiders. So they retire Zach Metter on a ground out to fourth, or to second.
That was an amazing play by Dominic Johnson there. That took that weird hop off of the temporary or turf mound, and it had a crazy spin and a hop, and then Johnson grabbed the short hop in one motion and flipped it over. That was terrific.
He's been great today defensively, Dominic Johnson, and he reached first in the 3rd inning as Michael Huff is up to bat, and that's in the zone, so that is strike 1. So the count is 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike.
A little kind of that slow-moving curveball that time, just guided it right into the zone. And comes right back at him with the deuce, too. What did Coach McDaniel say? He's not going to overpower you, but he's going to hang in the zone. He's going to mix pitches, and he's going to change locations. And that's what we've seen out of him.
That's exactly what he's doing to Michael here. He's got 2 balls, 2 strikes on him. As he retires Michael, so that's That's his first strikeout of the inning. 2 outs. Nobody on. As Maddox Bosler is up to the plate now. Left-handed hitter.
How about number 11, Maddox Bosler?
And, you know, Maddox is he's batting .294. He's got 4 RBIs and 2 doubles on the season as he takes strike 1. He checks swings. One ball, 1 strike.
They appealed down to first, but it's so difficult for a first base umpire to determine if a left-handed hitter has swung.
And that'll be in there for a strike, so that'd be 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck is Tyler Pipkin. Tyler Pipkin is batting .237. He's got 7 hits and 4 RBIs. Oh, 7 RBIs. Sorry. As Maddox sends one towards right field and gets a right field single, so that'd be 1 on for the Raiders. 2 outs.
I thought initially that Devin Fly might have a little bit of a chance to try to cut him down at first, but it's probably smart not to make that attempt.
And he's their tallest player. He's actually he hasn't played baseball since the 6th grade, Coach said.
Yeah.
So this is his first season as a high schooler.
Terrific athlete, though. Great football player, really good basketball player.
Tyler Pipkin at the plate now. He swings, fouls it off. These Raiders are some aggressive hitters. Checks Maddox, but he's safe back at first. As Tyler Pipkin swings and sends one out to center field, and Noah Willett gets it for the 3rd out and retires the sides for the bottom of the 4th, and that will lead us to the top of the 5th. Great defensive effort by St. Genevieve. Dominic Johnson has been on fire defensively with those 2 outs that he had in the I believe it was the 2nd inning or the 3rd. He got the first 2 outs in the 3rd inning. He's been on fire defensively. St. Genevieve only allowed 1 batter to get on base, so that'll lead us to the top of the 5th, where St. Genevieve will hit.
Being a State Farm good neighbor to me means being there for the customer anytime that they need you, giving our volunteer hours, and also economic support, showing up at local events, at block parties, fundraisers, anything like that we can be of assistance in, but also being here for the customer. I'm Amanda Shipman, your local State Farm agent in Deloge, Missouri.
In 1943, a new trade school for high school students opened in Bonne Terre. After many years and many name changes, it became known as the UniTec Career Center in 1993. Currently, the UniTec Career Center has 8 sending schools, including West County, St. Paul, North County, Central, Fredericktown, Kingston.
Welcome back to this UniTec digital media live stream. It's the top of the 5th. We've gone through 4 innings so far, with 0 runs scored. There's been people on base in scoring. Throws. Bennett pops one out to right field. Connor Klein there to make the grab, and that'll be 1 out for the Dragons.
And once again, a play that maybe it might not look too hard, but with the wind blowing around, and he kind of blooped it a little bit and had some spin on it. Fine made a nice read on it.
I mean, up to here at the table here, we're duct taping papers to the table and stuff, and phones are holding papers, and we've been struggling up here tonight.
But the defense hasn't.
As Isaiah Bowser to the plate. He struck out in the second inning.
He did, and then he hit into that double play back in the third. So 0 for 2 so far today.
As he smokes one towards left center, and Connor Helms is not there to grab it as he tries to make a play, and he's got a leadoff, or not a leadoff double, but he's got a double here in the fifth with one out. So runner in scoring position already.
Helms had a beat on it, and I just think at the final moment he misread it. I'm marking that one down as a two-base error. I think that Helms probably should have had that ball. Pinch runner there as well. Ethan Otten's courtesy runner here. There's catcher.
Is Dominic Johnson is on the plate. He goes for a bunt. You know what we've seen so far from Dominic, he's just a defensive beast. In the infield, he's a great second baseman as he,
slick glove, serviceable, arm, makes his way around the infield, pretty good motor. So yeah, I like what we've seen out of him defensively too. And the way the Ferranto is throwing is, as Johnson goes down to talk to his head coach Mike McDaniel, I mean, a bunt maybe here. I mean, you might be playing for a 1 or 2 run game the way Ferranto's throwing right now. Now, that could all change. We learned that just 2 days ago.
Yeah, so Dominic Johnson back in the first had a single that went out to straight back at the pitcher. As Metter throws, Johnson swings and misses for strike one. So the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Tied that count.
So that's something they discussed, Ashton. Coach McDaniel says, I'm going to give you a swing, and then I want you to try to bunt on the next pitch. And he squared, but it was low and in.
As that leads to the second ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch, and as he grounds one out to short, and Tyler Pipkin catches it, and that is the second out of the inning. So there's a 4-3 out. Good defensive play by Kyle Stronham. It was simple, but still be able to glove it, throw it over to first for the out.
Yeah, the 6-3 put out, but that's as good as a bunt, right? I mean, his job is to get his runner 90 feet more, get him that much closer to the plate. So for Johnson, he moves the runner over. That's what they wanted him to do.
As Noah Willett is up to the plate as he takes the first pitch for a strike.
You talk about moving runners, if you can do that, especially when you're going back to the top of the order, you feel like these are guys that can maybe drive some people in here.
Almost got hit by a pitch there. It's ball 1.
If Willett can do something, Ashton, now you're talking a 333 hitter, 333 and 667 coming up. So this is a big at bat right here for both of these teams.
But keep in mind, he struck out in the first, and in the third he flied out to left field.
Mm-hmm.
So he's 0 for 2 on the day. But as Metter throws one high, that'll be ball 3, so the count's 3-1. Willett really ahead in this count, 3 balls, 1 strike. Really great plate discipline as he almost gets hit again. So Metter will walk Willett. So he was really ahead in that count the whole way through.
Well, and a walk is big too, right? Because we said if he can get on, your big boppers are coming up.
Jeremiah Bird up to the plate. As both teams call time here.
Coach Donzie calling that defensive timeout to try to come out and talk to his pitcher, Zach Metter. And as I look down to right field, I can't see anybody warming in the bullpen. But that, especially at the high school level, that doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot because you could bring a pitcher in from a player that's already on the field for you too.
Yeah, well, Zach Metter came out of this game and went really aggressive in the first 3 innings for the Raiders, and he even struck out a few batters in the first 2 innings. So came out really aggressive. You gotta start thinking like what's going on right now.
Top of the 5th now. He struck out his first 2 guys. First 2 guys that came to the plate, struck him out. Only 1 since then. And he's walked 4.
As Jeremiah Bird steps back up to the plate, there's runners on the corners now with 2 outs. So the very clutch moment for Jeremiah Bird. He's got a chance to take the lead here for the Dragons, and the first points of the game is only 90 feet away at third. As he swings and smokes one down the right field gap, and that is our first points of the game. So he's got a RBI single. So the Dragons are up 1-0 late in the top of the 5th.
Number 29.
5th run driven into the year for Jeremiah Bird, and nice piece of hitting there. Took the outside pitch, stayed away, drove it through the gap, brought in the run.
We got Ethan Ottens now at the plate. Now they still have a runner in scoring position at second with 2 outs, 0-1 count. As he swings and smokes one towards Connor, as Connor grabs it, and that'll be the 3rd out on the top of the 5th. So we'll move along to the bottom of the 5th and see if the Raiders can match what the Dragons have accomplished in the top of the 5th. We will go to a break.
Also allow homeschool students and adult students. There are many different programs at UniTec which include PLTW robotics, automotive, collision repair, digital media, graphic design, health services, pathways to teaching, welding, construction, electrical, and culinary arts. Students not only learn the skills for these courses, but also professional practices and collaboration. UniTec offers morning, afternoon, and some evening classes. For more information, visit unitecCC.com.
But didn't make a sound. It was amazing.
And we are back. Welcome back to this UniTec Digital Media live stream. We have the Dragons and the Raiders. The score is 1-0 if you're just tuning in. I believe it was Jeremiah Bird that got an RBI single to get the first points of the game, as Will Weibel will lead off the bottom of the 5th for the Raiders. Now, Will Weibel closed for North County on their big win
for the Raiders
against Fredericktown. You gotta think that probably had a big part in it. So he takes first pitch for a ball, so that'd be ball 1. See, hits one towards the left field line, and that'll be a foul ball.
And Will's a big looking dude. Broad shoulders. He's got a double and a triple, and I don't know. He's going to probably take one out of the park someday. Maybe not today.
As he smokes one towards Dominic Johnson. Dominic gloves it, and that'll be the first out of the bottom of the 5th.
Johnson's had pretty steady work over there, Ashton, and he's been perfect so far.
No errors.
Number 3, Kyle Strawn.
So Kyle Strawn up to the plate. Again, he struggled on the mound against the wind from Fredericktown, but won it, and he bunts again towards first base, and that'll be a infield fly out towards by Eli Bennett. Eli Bennett gloves it, and that'll be the second out for the North County Raiders.
And you know, you've talked about it, Ashton, the fact that, you know, North County has aggressive hitters, and I like that. I like the aggressive mindset and mentality of hitters, but with the way Ferranto is just cruising and just chewing up innings, and he hasn't really been forced to throw many pitches, I don't know, I might look at a pitch or two.
As Jackson Sharfus takes one for a ball. As he sends it over to short, and Eli Bennett with the grab to retire the sides again. So another 1-2-3 inning for Luke Ferranto, as it'll be the top of the 6th on our way. A little short inning, nothing very exciting going on there, but so we'll see you at the top of the 6th.
Hi folks, John Robinson, Pettis, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Super Center. Folks, we are loaded with inventory. We're dealing. If we don't have it, we'll order it.
Hey, I'm Big Mike here at Pettis Automotive in Farmington. Just wanted to come to you to let you know that we got some great deals and great savings going on here, so come on by and check us out. Ask for Big Mike, and I'll be here for you. Thank you.
Folks, we will also buy your car. We'll guarantee to pay more than anybody else for your car. Pre-owned cars, we've got them too. So come see us, Pettis, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Super Center.
Thinking about your next step? Think middle area.
New pitcher.
And we are back. We are back. Welcome back to this UniTec Digital Media live stream. We have a new pitcher on the mound for North County. They take out Zach Metter. As you know, he was kind of struggling towards the end of the 4th. So we have Luke Fernento on leading off for the Dragons, not the Black Cats. So sorry, we were just talking about the Fredericktown game against North County.
Ashton Connor Klein stepping in to pitch for North County. It's his 4th appearance of the year.
So he moves from right field to the mound.
He's only thrown 3 innings so far, given up a pair of runs. He has walked only 2 and struck out 6. So pretty good numbers for him.
We got some pitcher versus pitcher action coming up to the plate as Luke Fernento comes to the plate. He's been pitching really well tonight.
I thought Zach did a really nice job, Ashton. I mean, he went 5 innings. He gave up only 1 run, and he gave up only 3 hits. Now he did walk 4. He struck out 3. But if you can leave the ball game after 5, allowing only 1 run, you've done your job for the day.
Number 16, Luke Ferranto.
As we move to the bottom half of this game, which is very low scoring, as we have the Dragons up 1, Raiders nothing, as Connor getting ready to pitch. His first one is a strike, so pretty good start off for Connor. Luke Fernento struck out, or didn't strike out. He's been really well at the plate tonight.
Well, 0 for 2.
Well, 0 for 2.
Couple of ground outs, but he has put the bat on the ball for sure.
He was back in the third. I believe it was the third inning. He kept fouling them off, making good contact with the ball. Just didn't put it in the right spot. As he fouls one off here again, that'll be the second strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, or 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I mean, he's had a hot start to his season. He started a little late because he was injured, but 6 hits out of his first 9 at-bats. So he's still 6 for 11, still hitting over 500 in the year.
As he swings and tips it with the bat, that'll be another foul ball. 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And if you're just tuning in, the Dragons are up 1-0 here in the 6th. 1-2 count. As Connor gets ready to pitch the ball, and that'll be low. So counts 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 0 outs here in the 6th inning. Pitch. It's popped up, foul, coming back towards us. But there's Jackson Scherfis there with the grab. That'll be 1 out in the 6th, top of the 6th.
That's a super hard play. That's right up against the screen. So hard to see. Plus, you're running into a wall. I mean, really, really fantastic play by Scherfis. So Scherfis doing a nice job for North County on the field. We've got a Scherfis on our team that does pretty well too, though.
Gavin, here's our producer. He's been putting up all the ads, and it's been good for us. As Connor pitches, check swing there.
That's filthy. I mean, that's a nasty curveball right there. He broke that not only down but across, and yikes, that was a tough pitch to hit.
Justin Schwagert here at the plate here. Connor pitches, and it's another foul ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes for Justin Schweigert.
Hey, Gavin, are you related to this Scherfis?
Yes, I am. He's my cousin.
Okay, so cousins. So Scherfis is contributing on the field and the live stream. Some heavy lifting by the Scherfis family today. Well done.
And that's your brother, Chase Scherfis.
There are more Scherfises than you can swing a stick at around here, I think.
Almost everyone knows us.
Here. As Justin ducks, and that'll be ball 2, as that's kind of a wild pitch by Connor. You gotta think the wind kind of takes a toll on that as well. You know, that might have been going in the zone, but the wind might have caught it, and you know, as Coach Donzie takes another timeout here and talk things over.
With that, it's been windy all day here, Ashton, and as tough as it's made things on the baseball field, you know, it makes things a little dicey in the outfield, but well, think about how much that messed with the tennis meet over to our left. Boy, Connor Klein didn't last long, did he? Only one hitter. I wonder wonder if he was injured. I wonder if something didn't feel right when he threw that. Yeah,
you got to take it a toll too. He played in right field most of the game, so that there might have been something going on with.
And he's kind of rotating his eye. I don't know. I wonder if he just doesn't feel right now.
There's a new pitcher on the mound for North County.
Is that Brendan Sexton, Ashton?
Yeah, that's what I got too. So Brendan Sexton is on the mound for North County as he will most likely close out this game. This is a very low-scoring game. Only one run scored in the 5th inning, top of the 5th, by the Dragons. If you're just tuning in, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As we have a sponsor for our pitching matchup, Hub's Pub in Bonne Terre, where you can get great food and drinks, where the game is always on, and check for special events. Here in Hub's Pub in Bonne Terre, as there's been 3 pitchers for North County this game. Zach was the starting pitcher. Then Connor only pitched for a couple hits, and then now Brendan Sexton is on the mound to most likely close out this game.
Oh, you know what? We messed up his name. Let's see. I think it's Bauman. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, Dalton Bauman. Dalton Bauman's our man, Ashton. Let's check out what Dalton Bauman's done this year. A 2.62 ERA. That's pretty nice, but he's only thrown 2 2/3. Hasn't walked anybody. Struck out a couple guys. And he did give up 4 hits. Just the 1 run. Dalton Bauman.
As Jackson and Bauman will talk things over as we can continue to kick this thing off. Top of the 6th inning. 0 runs have scored. 2 balls, 2 strikes with only 1 out, with Justin Schwagert at the plate. As that one is fouled off. That one was, it looks like it was in the zone. He swung at it.
Might be getting a little glimpse at the future of the pitching staff here. Just a freshman.
Justin calls time. And you got to think the Dragons, all the Dragons have hit lots of foul balls, so you might they're just trying to connect for power, right? But it's kind of windy out here, so that's kind of hard to send one out in the outfield. They're just kind of trying to connect for power.
They actually have not hit a home run on the season.
It's crazy. As Bauman walks his first batter of his first appearance on the mound today, as Justin will move on to first as
31 Sawyer Bauman.
As Sawyer Bauman is at the plate now. He's the designated hitter.
It's Bauman against Bauman, huh?
As he swings at the first pitch he sees and misses.
They've been calling that pitch a sweeper lately at the major league level. Just a kind of a curveball, but breaks across. Woo. And that was straight heat.
Swings and misses at a high fastball. So the count will be 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes with only 1 out with a man on first. As he swings and strikes out. So he walks a batter and then strikes out a batter.
Was that ever a bounce back? I mean, walked a guy and then I mean, Bauman never looked like he had a chance in that at bat. That sweeper and then 2 fastballs, and it just set him down early.
30. Eli Bennett.
As Eli Bennett steps up to the plate, as he's got a man on first with 2 outs here late in the top of the 6th, as he's their 7th batter in the lineup.
If Dalton Bauman can bottle up that last series of pitches and move forward with that stuff, he's going to be a good one.
As he swings, and it's grounded out to third, and Tyler Pipkin grabs it for the 3rd out. That retires the sides, and we will see you at the bottom of the 6th.
Mineralarea.edu. Mineral Area College. It starts here.
Hi, I'm Samantha McDowell with McDowell Electric. We've been serving St. Francis County and surrounding areas for over 16 years now. We do any size job, from a light fixture to a panel change out, wiring an entire home, to larger commercial or industrial jobs. Please don't hesitate to give us a call. Estimates are always free.
And we are back. Welcome back to this UniTec digital live stream. There's a new pitcher on the mound for the Dragons. We have Sawyer Bauman. So both the Baumans on each side of the ball. Bauman for the Raiders is pitching now, and Bauman on the Dragons is also pitching. He's also their designated hitter. As
Ferranto was terrific, Ashton. He leaves after throwing 5. He gave up only 2 hits, no runs. Struck out apparently. He didn't walk anybody, but he hit a guy. But I thought he was really good.
As it looks like Connor Helms is up to leading off in the bottom of the 6th, and Tim Eckstein is on deck.
So Sawyer Bauman 1-0 on the season. He has not given up an earned run all year. So done a nice job in that respect. Bauman has thrown 11 2/3 innings. And he is, now as good as that is, right, hasn't given up a run, but he's walked 8 and struck out 4. So not numbers you would think from a guy that hasn't given up an earned run.
Connor Helm takes the first pitch of the bottom of the 6th, and it will be a ball, so ball 1.
Helms leading the Raiders in hitting, Ashton, at .323 on the year, but looking for his first hit today.
He's also got 5 RBIs on the season. As he fouls one off towards the Dragons dugout.
And he was really trying to start that swing early that time. He had that foot up and started his stride really early against Bauman there.
And Helms not getting a hit today. He also has an error on him, as you called it, out in the center field, as Justin Schwager also gets an error. So Connor Helms reaches first base on an E5.
Now batting number 15, Tim Eckstein Jr.
Tim Eckstein Jr. now at the plate. Had a single last time out.
Well, the offense didn't start until late last game, Ashton, for the Raiders.
They have a chance to do it again here.
Yeah.
And
they don't have to overcome a 7-run deficit either.
as he goes for the bunt, and that'll be strike one. There's kind of a fast player on first base. As Connor Helms is on first base. He reached first base on an E5. If you're just tuning in, the score is 1-0 St. Gen, as Tim Eckstein is on or at the plate with Connor Helms at first. He's got one strike on him. Going for the bunt. Connor Helms trying to steal second, and he is out. So he gets thrown out at second, and there's...
What a throw by Bosler. I mean,
that's what
just a bullet, huh? Because he had a huge jump on that one. And Bosler threw that thing, what, 5 inches off the ground, right on the bag.
Looking like Yadier Merlina out there.
I mean, he kind of did. I mean, that was tremendous.
And that's what Coach was talking about. He said he had a great arm. And his face lit up when we asked who his favorite player on the team, or his favorite infielder on the team was, and his face lit up when we mentioned his catcher, and he made a good defensive play there.
He was fired up too, the little pump fist, and I don't blame him.
So there's 2 strikes, 1 ball, 1 gone. As Tim swings and smokes one down the left field line, and that gets down, and he's going for 2. As Jeremiah Bird throws it in and holds the runner to second, as Zach Metter is up to the plate now. He's got a chance to tie up this game with a runner in scoring position with only 1 out.
That is the first extra base hit of the entire year for Tim Eckstein. I mean, he hammered that thing. That was the hardest hit ball of the day. Drove it hard.
Dugout getting fired up. He tries to check Eckstein there at second base, but he gets back in safely.
Remember against Fredericktown, North County, I think they had 3 outs on the bases in the first 3 innings. They haven't really had that many guys on base today.
As Zach swings and pops one up towards right center, and as Tim goes 3, he's in there, so he moves into third safely, as the tying run is only 90 feet away with 2 outs, and we have a...
Willett played that ball really well. They played him to pull it, and so Willett was already shading on the right side of second base, so got there, set himself up. Actually, he made a very strong throw to third base. It took some hustle for Eckstein to get there.
Kendrick Simon up to the plate now. Game versus Fredericktown, he got a 3-run home run to take the lead, or to kind of disintegrate Fredericktown's lead a little bit. And he's up to the plate here with a tying run 90 feet away with only 2 outs. Now remember, this is where the comeback all started. We're just 1 inning short.
Yeah. It was the 7th against Fredericktown. It's the 6th right now. And, you know, North County has the tying run only 90 feet away, the go-ahead run at the plate, but also 2 outs here.
1 ball, 1 strike for Kendrick Simon. As he checks swings, and that's a strike, so it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Delivery as Maddox Bosler pops one up towards Dominic Johnson, and that retires the sides as we go towards the 7th inning. So a little recap. North County has tied the game 1-1. with Kendrick Simon's 2-out single RBI. That'll conclude the scoring for North County, as we will see you at the top of the 7th.
A1 Home Care, the #1 choice for home care services. We offer non-skilled nursing, in-home care, consumer direct, and adult day habilitation services. A1 Home Care will tailor the care plan to meet your needs. We serve 14 counties in southeast Missouri. We hire reliable and trustworthy individuals to perform the care you need and deserve. A1 Home Care has been voted Best of the Parkland for 3 years in a row. We are the heart of home care in the heartland.
Go Raiders!
Welcome back to this UniTec Digital Media live stream, as the score is 1-1. It's tied. The run scored by Tim Eckstein, as he came in from Kendrick Simon's RBI single, and he's been kind of the hero in both games so far. I mean, both games we've live streamed. He hit a 3-run bomb in Fredericktown. That brought him within 4, cut the lead in half. And like we said, Kyle Strom with a stolen base from third, and then stole home. So he had 2 stolen bases in that game. As Bauman pitches and throws a heater for a strike, as Luke Fernando is down 1 strike. Strike 1. Little upstairs on that one, so the count is 1-1. Bauman pitches. And Luke sends one out to right field, right into Zach Mitter's glove. That'll be the first out of the top of the 7th. Dominic sends one foul towards the right field line.
We're going to go extra innings again today? You're going to do this twice in 1 week?
Maybe.
Maybe?
No, the beginning of this game wasn't very interesting, but now it's starting to...
If you don't like defense. Now, I love defense, so I thought it was interesting, but I know a lot of people who watch baseball, they want to see a bunch of runs.
He takes another one upstairs. Another pitch, and that is a strike for Dominic Johnson.
He pulled his head out so bad right there.
Count is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dominic Johnson sends one out to Kyle Strawn at short, and he tries to make a play, and he does. Nice defensive play there by Kyle Strawn for the 2nd out of the top of the 7th.
I would agree with you, but I think maybe even a better play on the back end of that when Tyler Pipkin dug that thing out of the turf. Now, it's a little bit easier to do that on turf than dirt, but that was a pretty slick glove over there by Pipkin to make sure that out was made.
Takes a ball. Now Noah Willett up to the plate.
So I'm going to say it now. North County has had only one, 2-3 defensive inning all day, and that was an inning that St. Genevieve got a single, but it was wiped away with a double play. So this is the first really opportunity now for the pitcher and the defense to have a complete clean sheet in an inning, and they're doing it after just tying it in the bottom of the 6th.
Things are looking good here for North County. As the count is 2-1, 2 balls, 1 strike. As he smokes one towards third base, and Tyler Pipkin catches the ball, and that retires the side. So that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Raiders, and they have a chance to score, to walk it off again. And if not, they go to extra innings. We will see you at the bottom of the 7th.
Hi, I'm Danielle Burns with Keller Williams, and here are some of my listings. If you're looking to buy or sell, give me a call. I'm happy to help.
Life can be.
Welcome back to this UniTec Digital Media live stream. Leading off the bottom of the 7th, Tyler Pipkin made a couple of good defensive plays at the top of the 7th. Let's see what he can do here at the bottom of the 7th. Will Weibel on deck. He backs up as that's a little bit inside for ball 1. So that's smoked by Tyler Pipkin towards Dominic Johnson. He gloves it and takes it over to Eli Bennett for the first out of the bottom of the 7th.
Nice hustle by Pipkin, but it's been hard to challenge that second baseman Johnson today.
He's been having a really great defensive game today. Will Weibel coming up to the plate now. Great basketball player. As he swings at the first pitch he sees, swings it over to Eli Bennett again, gets him out at first base. It's a 6-3.
All right, so North County either does this thing with 2 away in the bottom of the 7th, or we go to our second straight extra inning affair.
Can Kyle Strawn walk it off here with a home run? Walk off both games.
He has one, right? Yep.
With 2 outs, he takes the first pitch for a ball, so ball 1. He's got a chance to do something really impressive and walk off the both games we've live streamed so far. That's got to be some type of record for digital media as he swings one towards the left. field line, and that will be a single for Kyle Strawn. So, and Jackson Shreff is up to the plate, so he's got a chance to advance Kyle Strawn.
Clutch hit from Strawn right there. Ashton, off the bat, I thought it was going to be a double. But give credit to Bird out there. He closed the gap over there in left field quickly and made a good strong throw in, and that holds Strawn to just the single.
Very clutch situation for Jackson Shreff. He's got a man on first with 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. Let's see what he can do here. He takes time.
And you probably don't challenge the arm of Bosler here. I wouldn't think. I could be wrong.
Tries to pick off Kyle. You gotta think. Did St. Gen watch game film on Fredericktown's game? Because if not, Kyle Strawn might steal a couple of bases here in the bottom of the 7th. As he smokes one towards left center, and that will retire the sides for North County. So this one will go to extra innings again. We'll see y'all in the top of the 8th. Another extra inning game.
Don't you wish you had a bank that could keep up? First State Community Bank's digital banking is the perfect companion for your fast-paced everyday life. Whether you're looking to review your full financial picture or just wanted a quick glance at your balance, First State Community Bank keeps you connected to your finances, all while juggling your daily activities. Download the app today and bank in motion with First State Community Bank's digital banking.
Good News Coffee House is your local Christian coffee shop next to Huddle House in Bonne Terre. Good News seeks to spread the good news through local friendly service. We have a variety of delicious coffee, teas, breakfast paninis, and ice cream. And we also have a cozy atmosphere to host events. We also offer free Wi-Fi and a quiet place to relax. All our profits support missions both locally and internationally. Good News Coffee House, impacting our world one cup of coffee at a time.
Griffin Automotive Design in Bonne Terre is your one-stop shop for all things automotive. With our award-winning dedicated collision team, we were voted best of the Parkland. We work with you and your insurance company to make the process simple. We repair your vehicle according to OEM specifications, and all of our collision repairs also include a Class 3 detail. So not only will your car be as good as new, it will be as clean as the day it came off the lot. Come visit us at our state-of-the-art facility on the east side of 67, just south of Bonne Terre.
Being a State Farm good neighbor to me means
Welcome back to this UniTec Digital Media live stream. We are back in extra innings for the second time this week. The score is 1-1. It's tied. As St. Gen will be hitting. If you're just joining us, it's been a kind of a low scoring game up to this point, and if you haven't tuned in to Tuesday's game,
number 28,
it also went to extra innings.
So before Tuesday, Ashton, North County had not played an extra inning game all year. But you get you on the broadcast,
and
not just it's the magic elixir that produces extra inning baseball. Apparently,
it's the second time this week. There's a bunt. There might be a little bit of confusion.
So this is what they're discussing. So the bunt attempt gets chopped down on the ground. If that ball comes back up and hits him while he's in the batter's box, it's a foul ball. But if he's completely out of the batter's box and he hits the ball, he's out. So that's what the discussion's about here. What was the initial call, Ashton? Did they call foul ball or?
The initial call was a foul ball.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But I think North County might challenge this play and to.
Well, they don't have replay, so.
Well.
Challenge won't. They might ask the other umpire to help.
But the official call is a foul ball.
Looks like they'll stay with that then. I want to thank this guy in the peach-looking shirt for getting my scorecard for me. The blue over there, and the Nike shirted guy got my scorecard, so thanks. You haven't lost your scorecard yet today. That's pretty good work.
No, mine's like a book, so it's not as he swings at the first pitch he sees, and he swings. So there'll be 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, 0 outs in the top of the 8th for the Dragons. As it's popped up towards right field, and it drops for a single.
That's a tremendous at-bat by Bird. I mean, survives the bunt attempt, and whether it hit him in the box or out of the box, he gets another chance. Swing and a miss, and then just he takes a pitch outside that's hard to do a lot with, and just curls it and loops it into right field. Really nice work.
We have another great hitter at the plate, Ethan Ottens, as he also goes for a bunt, as he misses and tries to get out the batter at first, but he's back in safely. There will be 1 strike at the top of the 8th.
Mike McDaniel going through the full complement of signs over there in the third base coach's box.
I have no clue what those mean.
I guess he's doing it correctly then.
He could be asking for anything, as Ethan bunts the ball and is out at first, but Jeremiah Bird gets in at second. So
Ashton, they had a chance. I mean, Scherfus had a chance to cut that lead runner, Bird, down at second base, but nobody covered second base. That was weird. I mean, your second baseman Ekstrom goes over to back up first, and that's fine, but the shortstop ran to third base right there. Nobody covered the bag for him. And I think they had a chance to cut down that lead runner. And Scherfus was looking out there like you could see, hey, I can make this play, guys, but nobody was there.
As Luke Fernento takes his first pitch, as he takes the second one, that'll be strike 1 as the count moves on. One ball, 1 strike. With still only 1 out with a man in scoring position at second base, as he takes another one in the turf, and that'll be 2 balls, 1 strike.
North County's done a nice job of keeping him quiet today. Ferranto came into the ball game with 6 hits and 9 plate appearances, and he's 0 for 3 today. Now he could change all that right here.
As he sends one foul down the left field line. I mean, he's got a chance to send. He's got a chance to send Jeremiah Bird to third, or potentially home with a double here. As he swings a possible one out towards us, and that'll be foul.
I always felt like that if I was running on second base and somebody singled, I had to find a way to get home. You can't always do it, but I mean, you have to feel like you're going to try.
I mean, especially late in a game like this where it goes into extra innings, you got to find a way to put yourself up to win the game.
Yeah, you know, good base runner, get yourself a lead, read it well, get a good jump, round third base hard.
As he sends one towards first, pitches it to the pitcher.
Good feat by Pipkin. You know, we saw Pipkin dig out a ball really well earlier. He made that look easy. Yeah, that's not that easy because you've got your pitcher running full speed toward first, a little underhanded loop to him there and hit him on the run. Nice play.
As the untying run is 90 feet away with Justin Schwagert on behind home plate.
Well, Schweigert is tied for the team lead in RBIs this year. He's got 6. So So he's a guy that, you know, if you're a St. Gen fan, you feel like this is a good guy to have up here.
That'll be a strike.
And Schweigert, Ashton 1 for 1 today, singled in the 4th, and he's been on base 3 times in 3 tries. So they've not retired him yet.
1-1 count, 1-1 pitch, and he swings and fouls that one off, so the count will move it on to 1-2 with 2 outs. You got to think.
Now, he did get cut down as the lead runner on a double play, but that wasn't his fault.
You got to think Bauman is just trying to get out of this inning with a 1-2 count with 2 outs and a runner 90 feet away. Just trying to get out of this, the top of the 8th.
Yeah, he's just going to get me an out, no matter how I can do it.
2-2 count, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. So 2s all across the board. The score is still 1-1 if you're just tuning in.
Yep.
And he strikes him out for the 3rd out, so they will move on to, they will hold on to the tied score, and they will move on to the bottom of the 8th. Still 1-1. They have a chance to walk it off right here. We will see you guys in the bottom of the 8th.
Support, showing up at local events, at block parties, fundraisers, anything like that we can be of assistance in, but also being here for the customer. I'm Amanda Shipman, your local State Farm agent in Deloge, Missouri.
In 1943, a new trade school for high school students opened in Bonne Terre. After many years and many name changes, it became known as the UniTec Career Center in 1993. Currently, the UniTec Career Center has 8 sending schools, including West County, St. Paul, North County, Central, Fredericktown, Kingston, Potosi, and Farmington. They also allow homeschool students and adult students. There are many different programs at UniTec, which include PLTW robotics, automotive, collision repair, digital media, graphic design, health services, pathways to teaching, welding, construction, electrical, and culinary arts. Students not only learn the skills for these courses, but also professional practices and collaboration. UniTec offers morning, afternoon, and some evening classes. For more information, visit unitecCC.com.
And we are back. Welcome back to this UniTec Digital Media live stream. We have the Dragons and the North County Raiders. If you're just tuning in, the score is 1-1. Bottom of the 8th. Connor Helms up to the plate.
We saw 17 runs Tuesday.
Leading off
Probably going to see 3 today. I guess we could see more. I mean, who knows? It could be a 0 here, and then St. Genevieve could score 8 in the 9th, and North County could too. But I'm guessing we're going to see 3 runs today.
Yeah. This is the first pitch for Connor, and he swings the first pitch he sees, sends it right over to Justin as Eli Bennett high step and catches the ball for the first out of the bottom of the 8th. Tim Eckstein up to the plate. Eckstein. He hit his first double last time out. His first extra base hit, I should say, on the season.
I wonder if Schweigert just popped a lace on his mitt. He just literally threw his mitt into the dugout, and they threw him another one.
He swings. Great diving effort by Ethan Ottens, but it didn't get to first in time, so Tim will reach first on an infield single.
Yeah, everybody did their job that time, right? Pitch was well executed, Exton hit a sharp ball in the hole. I thought Otten's made a great play on it. There was just really no chance to get him.
As Zach Metter up to the plate. Up to the plate now.
Swings a 344 stick, looking for his first hit of the day.
Takes the first pitch. 1 ball. Ball 1. So the count is 1-0 with only 1 out, with a batter on with a runner on first. So he takes another one. That'll be the second ball. So Zach is in a really good position here. He's got a runner on first. He's got 2 balls. He's ahead in the count. Maybe looking for a walk here.
I'm guessing that he's looking to drive somebody in. He'll take a walk, but I mean, he's your number 3 hitter, right? Like he's geared to drive people around. But at 3-0, yeah, you'll take a base. I mean, if he takes a ball here, your go-ahead run and your winning run is in scoring position.
Well,
so,
if Bauman walks Zach here, there's 2 people on base, and if you remember, Kendrick Simon hit a 3-run bomb to start off, and as he moves to the plate, he's got another chance here to walk it off with another 3-run bomb here.
But he doesn't need 3; he just needs 1. But he'd take 3. You're right about that.
Now batting, number 9, Kendrick Simon.
North County has made it interesting this week.
Now, his 3-run bomb is what made the momentum of North County's Fredericktown game move in their direction. So excited to see what he could do it here at the plate late in the bottom of the 8th. As Tim is on second and Zach is on first. Runner in scoring position. 1-0 count, 1 out.
Simon hitting 235 on the year, but as you mentioned, it's a good spot for him. He's a guy that's swinging a hot bat.
As he swings and sends one towards short, he bobbles it, tries to send it over to Tim. So bases loaded now for the Raiders, and the game-winning run is only 90 feet away with only 1 out.
I know that he threw it wide there, Ottens, but to me that's an infield single. I mean, there's no chance to get him at first. He had to dive just to grab the baseball and had to throw off the seat of his pants. So I think it's an infield single, and for Simon Ashton, he's driven in the only run of the game for North County and comes up with another single. He's 2 for 2.
Max Bosler up to the plate now. He's a great hitter. He's got a chance to walk it off here with the bases loaded with only 1 out with the game-winning run only 90 feet away.
And he's squared as if it's going to be a squeeze play for the victory. I think he's bluffing. We'll see. He was bluffing that time anyway. Great hustle that time by Bosler Ashton to keep that winning run there at third base. And now Mike McDaniel says, all right, settle down, fellas. Let's talk just a little bit.
They're in a stressful situation. The bases are loaded here for the North County Raiders, and they're coming off a hot game against the Black Cats. So
now North County has closed out a couple of innings with a double play. St. Genevieve has not done that yet, but Mike McDaniel would sure take a ground ball here and close out this inning with a double play. With only 1 away, though, and runners all over the bags, there are a lot of ways you can score this thing. You go sac fly, you could go fielder's choice ground ball as long as it's not a double play. Anything clean, single, double, whatever, a walk. I mean, there are a lot of ways to win this thing.
With 1 ball, 1 out, he takes ball 2. Really good plate discipline. Doesn't swing at everything he sees. Staying calm, relaxed. I mean, this is a stressful situation for him. He's got bases loaded, 1 out, 2 balls. Bottom of the 8th. This is a clutch position to be in for Maddox Bosler.
Wow. 3-0 count.
3-0 count. He's really ahead in this count. All he has to do is take that 4th ball, and they win this game.
Now, I mean, the pressure's really on Bauman now.
Bauman's got to get back in this count. He's 3-0. He's thrown 3 balls, and they win this game off of a walk. So North County, in our 2 live streams this week, they walk it off in extra innings. So North County's been dominant. So I think it all started with Kendrick Simon's RBI single that tied this game. And then Maddox Bosler gets walked for the win. So they walk it off here. The final score is 2-1. But what all started was,
a walk-off walk. You don't see that every day. 16 innings over the last couple of games here at Raider Field, and the Raiders came into this week, Ashton, under 500, and they're gonna come out of this week above 500. They've got a winning record now, and I mean they've made really clutch plays in the last 2 games. If there's any time you'd rather be playing great baseball, it's right there at the end when you're going into district play. And for both of these squads, particularly North County, I mean they've not won a district in a long time. 2016, the last time, so it's been 9 years since they've won a district. But I'm not saying they're going to, but seems like they're turning the corner anyway.
They sure have the team to do it. You gotta look on both sides. So great win for North County, but also tough loss for Mike and the Dragons. They were really excited to take on the Raiders after a hot game. They played great. Dominic Johnson played great defensively. They had a lot of great hits. There was not a lot of hits in the outfield because of the wind speeds, and but all around good performance from St. Gen and North County. North County walks this game off. If you're just tuning in, 1-2 with a bases loaded walk by Maddox Bowser got walked, and they take this one. But
Dalton Bauman gets the win. He throws 2 2/3. I think he's just the freshman, isn't he? Bauman, yeah, just a freshman. He gets the big win today. Dalton Bauman did. So he comes in to get the win. I thought Luke Ferranto was great for St. Genevieve. Kept him in it the whole time. Nobody scored on him. Sawyer Bauman, kind of the tough luck loser in a 2-1 ball game. But you have to credit Zach Metter for North County, who started the game, right? Now, Klein came in and he just faced, one batter, and I think there was something wrong with his arm. But then Bauman comes in to kind of clean it up. And terrific pitching today, Ashton. I thought the defense was exceptional. The two double plays that North County turned certainly kept runs out. I mean, that's good winning baseball right there.
Yeah, and don't forget about Tyler Pipkin stretching out towards those really tough plays at first. I mean, playing first base is not easy, but he makes it look easy. And how about that barehanded catch but barehanded grab by Zach Metter early in this game and threw it to first to get, I believe it was the second out of, the 4th inning. So it was, you got to think, where does this put North County? This puts North County in a great position as they go to move on to, who do they play next?
North County will be playing Festus on Monday. They're a perennial power, always a really good ball club. And then they'll be back at it against Farmington a little bit later on after that. So that Festus club is always tough.
So this ties North County's record. They move on to 6-6.
7-6 now.
7-6.
Winning record now, yeah.
So, I'm not sure. Do you have St. Genevieve's record?
Yeah, St. Genevieve came in at 7-2, so that puts them at 7-3 on the year. They were having a nice season, and
I mean, they still are. I mean,
yeah.
But I think let's highlight some of the players. I mean, on both sides, both teams. On St. Gen, you have Dominic Johnson, Isaiah Isaiah Bosler threw out a guy at second looking like Yadier Molina. Dominic Johnson was just dominant on the defensive side of things tonight. But is there anything else you want to add?
I mean, Luke Ferranto came in. He pitched really well, right? But he was also an offensive threat for St. Genevieve, and the North County pitching staff did an excellent job against him today. They hold Ferranto for 0 for 4, an 0 for 4 performance. Now, he's going to have his days. It just wasn't today. The Dragons get a pair of hits by Jeremiah Bird. He was pretty nice, 2 for 3, and he drove in their only run. So probably I think the offensive highlight, the offensive honors probably go to Bird today. The only other hit by Dominic Johnson, who went 1 for 3, and you were singing his praises all day long. I thought he was a really good player for them as well. Top of the order delivered for the Raiders. Connor Helms was 1 for 4. Tim Exton goes 2 for 4 today. But Kendrick Simon, he didn't start the game, but he came in, and he went 2 for 2 with an RBI. He drove in the tying run and then kind of helps set the table on the winning run because he gets another single and he helps kind of move runners around. And then finally, Exton scores on the walk by Maddox Bosler. Bosler gets the walk. And how about Exton, Ashton? He had a double and a single today, and he scored both runs for North County. So I think he's the offensive highlight for them too.
All right, well, you have anything else that you want to add? All right, so that concludes the Dragons versus the Raiders. The Raiders move on to 7-4, correct? 7-3. St. Jen's 7-3. North County's 7-4. 6-4. 7-6. Sorry, a little bit of confusion, but that will conclude our live stream. Let's thank our crew members. We have for today we have myself, Ashton Petty, my color guy, Chad Speaker, Cheyenne DeBoard, Gavin Sherfus, and Shaylee Davis. Thank you all for helping tonight. It was a fun game, and that'll conclude our live stream. Tune in next time.